In Montreal, there's a new huge shopping experience, shopping complex. Amongst the highlights, amongst the way they're promoting it is, there is going to be a huge aquarium with all kinds of fish and indoors. When we inquired, why not an indoor zoo? Why an aquarium? And the answer was quite obvious. I mean, it would be quite difficult to keep it odorless, pleasant, cleanly, to have an indoor zoo. Yet, Noach and family, for 1 year and 11 days, lived, toiled in an indoor, floating, and I should say windowless zoo. How did he manage? But before we're explaining this, join me in Psalm 100 of the Tehillim to say thank you to God for all the miracles which happened in Eretz Yisrael. And I just heard today the local Chabad school in Kiev in Ukraine was bombed overnight. Miraculously, no kids were there. Building is pretty damaged. So God is protecting the Jewish people, not only in Eretz Yisrael, but also protecting them in Ukraine. So let's say thank you to God for that. And pray. We should need these protections. Mizmor l'soida oriel Adonai kol haaretz ivdes Adonai b'simcha. Boi lefanav birnana de'u ki Adonai hu Elohim hu asanu v'lo yanachna amoy. V'tzoin marisa boi sharo b'soida chatzroisa b'sila. Hoido lebachu shemoi ki toiv Adonai le'olam chazdoi v'yad dor v'dor emunah soy. Let's give some tzedakah. And as we know, Tefillah, tzedakah, and Torah, the order is Torah, Tefillah, and tzedakah is our best safekeeping. So going back to the story of the flood, parsha of this week, Noach and his teva and his arch. Torah says, Noach, God tells Noach, I am going to cleanse the world. I'm going to wash the whole world clean. The world is so corrupt. Even animals are corrupt. Even the trees have become corrupt. They all become permeated with klippa, with impurity, due to the inappropriate behavior of man. And therefore the world needs a reset button, needs to be cleansed. Not a dry cleaning, it's going to be a wet cleaning. 40 days of rain, 40 corresponding also to the amount of water we need in a mikveh for the sa'ah, which is a Talmudic measurement for the proper body of water for the immersion to become purified when necessary. Men, women, at their particular times and moments. But we have to safekeep humanity, and we have to safekeep the rest of the world. So God says, you will have in this teva, in this floating boat, couples of animals, of all the animals, all the creatures, birds, reptiles, insects, everything and everybody will be in there. Make for them cubicles, make for them proper cages, and this way we will start fresh after the flood. Now, how did he survive? How was a family of 8 people, Noach and his wife and his 3 sons and their wives, able to take care of an entire zoo in these confinements? How come the animals did not destroy each other? What would it take for, I don't know, even just a day, a hippopotamus, to break the wall that of his cage, her cage? Where did Noach find all these animals? How did he know who to choose? Did he travel the world to make sure that he hadn't missed out any animal? The whole thing is kind of beyond comprehension. There wasn't even a window. According to one opinion, there was one window on top for light. Another opinion says, no, it wasn't tzoyar. It's not a window. It was a precious stone that gave off light. What did they eat? How did he keep raw meat for the wild animals refrigerated for a whole year? So it's obvious that this entire experience was a miraculous one. It says that the animals came by themselves. Those animals who were supposed to be entered into the teva, they came and they all nicely congregated around the teva and patiently waited to be told, here is your room, here is your room. Reb Lion, Mr. Lion, here is your room. Leopard, here is your room. Elephant, here is your room. And who knows what other kind of animals existed then. Before the flood, there were definitely different animals that we don't know of anymore today. Dinosaurs, as an example, could very well have existed then. So it was all a miracle.